Yo, what's up, guys? It's D Brown with Headz. I'd like to welcome to Headz TV. So, I have a training video finally up. I am doing a max velocity testing today. So, as you see, I'm doing some accels. I like to do accels right before I get to the fun stuff. So, with these accels, I'm just trying to focus on keeping my heels down, giving myself good pushes, making sure that I have a really nice rhythm coming out, making sure my pushing pattern is on point. So, that was my first one. Second one, like I said, I looked at the video. I'm like, I need to make some corrections, make sure that my back foot is pushing through and making sure that I'm pushing through my hips. So when when I feel like my accels are on point, everything else really falls into line. I feel like I know how to run fast. Sometimes it's just accelerating to run fast is when I get the issues or my hamstrings start feeling weird. So I've been really focusing on that. So for today, I have 2 times block starts, 30s out of blocks. It's my first time using blocks really all year. I've been having some lower hamstring issues. So with these blocks, I'm just focusing on pushing, having a nice rhythm, keeping it at about 90% and just focusing on hard pushes. So if you look at this one, not too bad. My back foot, when I come off the blocks, could be a little bit better, especially with keeping my heel down. I'm really trying to make sure, with keeping my heel down, low heel recovery, I'm really pushing through my glute instead of engaging my hamstrings when I cycle over my knees. So this is the second rep. I looked at the video. I'm like, you know what? I can make some corrections. Let me see if I can improve on it just a little bit. So we're going to see how it looks. And that looked a whole lot better. We're going to see on slow motion. My rhythm coming out the blocks felt really, really explosive. Let's see. So that was a little bit better. Like I said, I'm really focusing on pushing, landing right under myself and just building up momentum all the way to the cone over here, which is about 30 meters. So this was a nice little 30 meters worth of pushes just to kind of get my legs under me. And then now I'm about to hit some flies. So I'm having about a 20 to 30 meter running. I'm really trying to hype myself up because my goal for today is to hit under 3 seconds for a 30 meter fly. So let's see how I do on the first one, getting my mind right. Last year I was hitting about 316. So I'm trying to make sure, like, hey, let's see if we can go a little bit faster this year. So let's see how it looks. And that looked pretty good. On the first rep, I hit 308, which I was just like, yeah, that's cool. I know I could do a little bit better than that. This is the slow motion of it. Like I said, I'm starting to I've done 30 meter flies in my past. But as the older I get, I start to realize like the acceleration zone is really important. If you're afraid to accelerate and really push the ground, you can be giving max velocity effort, but it's not going to hit the time that you want. So on my second rep, I make a little bit of an adjustment. I kind of tell myself, you need to be a little bit more aggressive, punch your way through the track, punch your feet through the track, put force into the track, through the track in this first 20, 30 meters of the second rep. So because I feel like I'm hitting my max velocity, but I'm not accelerating hard enough. I'm not accelerating with enough power. So on the second rep, I make that adjustment and I keep that rhythm. Hips look good, knees look good. And that second rep, I hit about 301, 302. So I really think exactly it's about 301. So the first one I went 308, second one I went 301. So I was really pleased with that one. But like I said, my goal was to hit under 3 seconds. And I am using cameras or lasers for these. So it's exact time. It's no guesstimation. So I was really happy with how that second one looked. But like I said, I didn't come here to run 301. I wanted to see if I can go under 3 flat. I haven't gone under 3 flat since my injury in 2022 when I tore my hamstring, had like a level 2 strain. So it's been a couple years. So I just wanted to see if we can get it done. So only adjustment I made for this one, again, is to be way more aggressive. I just put my foot down and I relaxed and I didn't think about anything but snapping it down hard and finding a nice rhythm to maintain through the 30 zone. So let's see how it goes. There we go. And that one was 298. That one was 298. So when I saw that, man, I was so happy. I was so excited. And like I said, the only adjustment I really made was I was more aggressive in the fly zone. I actually shortened up the fly fly in from a 30 to a 20 and just made sure I was way more aggressive in that first 20 so that by the time I hit that laser, I was turning it on maybe a couple steps, maybe like a step or two before the laser. And I didn't wait until I was inside the laser to really turn it on. So once I saw the 298, I had to celebrate, you know what I'm saying? So this video, I was putting in my dance moves to the ground. And then I finished it up with a 200-meter dash time trial. I haven't run a 200 all year. I haven't ran any races just because I've been having some hamstring issues. So with this one, like I said, I did an easy time trial out of blocks just to kind of see where I'm at. I know my max velocity has improved since last year, so why not? Let's just see where we're at. So when I pushed out, it felt pretty cool. And I was just trying to make sure that when I came off this curve, I just maintained the rhythm and stayed smooth. I walked away with a 23:32. And that's like an official time. I used the camera. It wasn't like a stopwatch or anything like that. I used my camera to kind of see where I was at. So definitely not a bad practice session. So I was really happy with the results. Walked away with a 308, 301, 298, and a 23:32 or something like that. So really, really dope practice. I want to thank you guys for watching. This is D Brown with Track Headz. Peace.